and happy holidays. We are here in the greenhouse with Ashley, our greenhouse supervisor, and we're going to be sprucing up some of our planters. So out with the old, get rid of those pumpkins and fall mums, and now it's time to add some fresh greenery. So we're going to walk you through some quick and easy steps to make this possible and invite these guests into your home. So first step is go to your garden center and come to Dutch Growers. We have so many greens in stock right now, and I'm just going to go through some of them. You want to have lots of different heights and textures to make your pot look beautiful. So we have some beautiful juniper. I love the berries on this. This one is great for a really natural looking pot. If you want sort of a nice soft texture, this Douglas fir is perfect for you. I love this one. It's such a bright green. And then we have our silver fir here, and the silver fir is really nice because you got almost two tones. You have a nice silvery color undertone paired with the green, so you can kind of flip this one around and get two colors kind of in one. I love adding some white pine to my pots. This one gets a little bit sticky, so make sure you're able to wash it off your hands afterwards. But this one I find will just soften that pot and add a really graceful look to your container. And then my bread and butter that I go to use is my cedar, and we have some great cedar. We have this is a Western red cedar, and then we also do have an incense cedar too, which is just down here. You see this one, it's got some beautiful flecks of gold on the tips there. This guy here is great just to add some little touches. Again, add some great texture. And then Ashley here is holding some magnolia leaves. These ones here, they will look great. Just started to add into some containers just to give it some color. I love the coppery bronze color of them. You can also use these indoors and they will last all winter long. So just sticking in some berries and some of the magnolia leaves into your glass vases just sort of adds that little touch. So there you go, we're gonna get started. All right, to start off here, I have a nice insert. So this is a great way to get started with your pot. I have my pot that I had my containers in, my annuals in, and then I'm gonna throw this insert just right inside. Easy way to switch it out. As you can see here, I have just put some Oasis in here, which is a floral foam, and then backfilled it with some rock. You can also use garden soil as well. If you don't have a pot, you can also just dig a hole into your current existing pot, throw some Oasis or floral foam in there, and then pack it in tightly around the edge with either some rock or some extra soil. Ashley here has a beautiful cocoa lined pot. So to get started here, we just have quickly lined that with a little bit of plastic to retain the moisture first, and then done the same step again with adding the rock and the floral foam. This is gonna hold your container together. It's really important that you wet your floral foam first. One thing great about here in Saskatchewan is once we get these in, we're gonna put them outside, give them one good water, and they're gonna stay nice and firm and solid. So let's get started. We're gonna start by adding some cedar first of all, just to cover a little bit of the base and to give it a little bit of a basic shape. So I usually like, if you're seeing it, if it's gonna be sitting against the house, a little strong base to the front and then something that's gonna drape over to the side. If you're gonna see it from all directions, you wanna make sure that again, it's nice and even all the way around the outside. So let's get started. When I'm doing my cuts, I'm just making a nice sharp cut on the bottom and then pulling off these extra pieces. Anything that's gonna be going into the Oasis, you want to make sure that that part of the stem is all clean, otherwise it's going to break the Oasis apart. All right, so next up we're going to add a little bit of height. If you have a feature piece you want to put into your arrangement, now is the time to do it. We're going to use this beautiful lantern in this piece right here. So we're just going to kind of set him in, make sure his door opens nicely, set him into our arrangement just like so. And Ashley, we're going to add a little bit of this beautiful dogwood. Look at the nice red branches on this. It's just stunning. You can get dogwood in all different sizes. So we have it in a nice tall 5 foot, and then we also have the curly willow too. So if you're needing to add some great height or you have a nice grand entrance or on either side of your garage, this works great for you. So with Ashley, you might want to just put a little bit in behind that welcome, just sort of to frame that nice word welcome on there. I'm going to stick some of my height just at the back here. Try not to hit you. Got enough there? Awesome. I love how this just adds a really nice natural element to the arrangement. Okay, now that we have our height, then we're gonna just sort of work from the front and work our way out and up to the back. And we're gonna mix in some different types of greenery. So we're gonna use some Douglas fir, some white pine, and some silver fir next. So lots of different items, and then we'll come back and add some cedar just to touch it up. And you can see how these pieces are just starting to frame it nicely. Ashley's adding some texture to the front there. I feel like we're having a little bit of a competition here. No two pieces are the same, so just keep that in mind as you're working with the natural elements like our twigs and our branches. You can just work with them. And if I'm cutting like half a branch off and I just want to use this top piece, I'll cut it nice and deep right above another node so that I have a nice piece that I can stick right into my arrangement. All right, we're gonna switch to a different type now. What do we want to use next? Are you putting some more cedar in there? Yep. Okay. So again, adding some more elements. We're gonna switch back to the cedar now, just to have those nice draping pieces on there. I love cedar. It holds up so much to our winter weather here. It stays nice and green all season long. If I'm wanting this to hold up a little bit more, wanting this container to go indoors, then there's a product called Wilt Proof that we can use, and that just basically seals all the pores of the greenery, and it will help make that that arrangement lasts a lot longer. So if we're having a warmer season, not getting a lot of moisture, then I would use the Wilt Proof. If we have some warmer days, you could definitely go out, give your container some more water, and give it a little spritz here and there too, and that will help prolong it a bit for you. Always make sure as you're working, you're spinning your container around a little bit just so you can see it from all different directions. Seeing where you're maybe missing some pieces, where you maybe have a little bit of a bald spot. I love this white pine. I'm gonna switch my container so you can see it again. But I can use a lot of these white pine pieces. Again, a nice upright piece just to give me some height at the back. So I'll just do a cut right like so, and then I can still use these bottom pieces. I'm gonna take off these bottom needles. I'm gonna stick that right in the front there. Reach down here, grab this guy. I think we're getting there, we're almost finished. So if you're grabbing some greens, I usually say 3 bunches is enough to do about 1.5 to 2 large arrangements. We probably could have done both these arrangements with 3 bundles with the size they are. If you're doing a larger bundle, you'll probably want 3 bundles just for like a really large pot. But that's all you have to do. We're gonna add some other elements in here, just some decorative pieces to sort of spice it up. You're gonna do some holiday reds, and I'm gonna keep it natural, playing off the nice light wood here, and we're gonna add some blues and some nice natural elements. So here we go. All right, and then to finish this off, I have this beautiful candlelight. This one is amazing. It's USB charged and it has a flicker setting on it. So I'm gonna stick that just inside my lantern. It's an indoor-outdoor lantern, a candle, so I can stick that right in there. It's gonna flicker. I find just adding some light to your arrangement is just gonna make your arrangement pop and glow and be the center of attention on your doorstep. There you have it. Come visit us under the windmill, Acheson Central, Saskatoon, or online at dutchgrowers.com.